What I'm doing today is testing my heaviest muscle up that I can do. Will I tear a rotator cuff? Watch to find out. Step number 1, body weight muscle up. Here we go, boys. Ooh, sharp. Taking off the shoes. I can't be having any of this extra dead weight. Tell me in the comments if this is cheating. I don't think it is. Everyone that I see doing those planches and front levers, you're taking your shoes off, so I'm allowed a little bit of leeway here as well. Yeah, boy. Lost a little bit of balance with the weight there, but oh yeah, man. 20 kilos, let's go. Let's go. All right, we're pulling out the big guns now with attempt on 25 kilos. A 20% increase is huge. A more sensible thing to do now would be to try a 22.5 kilo muscle up. We're on that YouTube game. We're gonna go big. We're gonna try big, and we're gonna fail big potentially. A little bit nervous here, I'm not gonna lie. A couple of butterflies in the stomach. Only thousands of people watching me to see if I'm gonna succeed or fail. Man, that feels heavy. That is an absolutely different world compared to the 20 kilos. Just starting the initiation of that pull just seems like it's an absolute light year away in terms of getting to that transition. I'm just gonna put this 25 kilos away like it never happened. That's okay. It's okay, I'm not gonna let it bring me down today. I'm just gonna move on. Now, I refuse to end this muscle up test with a loss, a failure, an incomplete rep. So I'm going back onto that 20 kilo PB that I just previously set, and I'm gonna try and do this with even cleaner form, because I'd like to think that there was some learning that happened in those few reps of weighted muscle ups, and fingers crossed, I'm able to demonstrate that in front of all of you right now. Oh, yes. 20 kilo muscle up in the books. One bit of advice that I can give any beginner, intermediate, or someone that's been training calisthenics for years: do not neglect your basics. You got to keep grinding on those. What you must do is build that foundation. I'm doing plus 60 kilos on my pull-ups for 3 sets of 6 on a good day, and my body weight is 85 kilos. The beginner mistake that I see people have when they try a muscle up and they either can't do it or they plateau by being unable to increase their reps is they don't have that foundation of pull-up strength. I ask them, how heavy can you go on a weighted pull-up? And the numbers don't reflect their level of experience. Maybe they're lifting 25, 40, at most maybe 50% of their body weight added on the pull-up, and that's just not good enough. You've got to get that up higher if you have high standards for yourself in terms of wanting to make your muscle up clean, crisp, strong. I know it's cool to see me doing these things, but understand that behind closed doors, I'm doing the work, and I've been doing the work for decades on these weighted pull-ups, and this allows you the freedom to be able to explore different exercises and actually make fast progress. That is delayed gratification to the max. You're working on what you should, building up your foundation of pull-up strength, building up that foundation of muscle mass in your body, so that when you do want to do other things like muscle ups, like front levers, you're going to have the requisite strength in those pulling patterns and also those pulling muscles. You can do whatever you want with your body. That's what's so gratifying about it, is you can't take shortcuts. You can't skip the basics, because that stuff is what really, really matters. I'm stressing this so much, even in a video where it's about celebrating the weighted muscle up and seeing what I can do, testing my body. You can see all the flashy stuff on social media, cool. But people are doing hard training to be able to get there, NRAT. A pro tip for your muscle ups is just taking care of your overall technique. What I'm looking for is using a mini false grip to shorten the lever arm that I have to pull. So it's making me stronger. It decreases the distance that your body has to travel, and it makes you mechanically advantageous to display your maximum strength. I like to keep the scapula engaged, the scapulae, if we're thinking about both of them, into depression. This gives you a stable platform for your upper body muscles to work from. Your rotator cuff, your lats, all the muscles involved in the muscle up will be in their prime position. And I find that if you try and do muscle ups and you're just going into this disengaged to engaged position, it makes your muscle force production not as good. Your technique overall tends to break down because you're trying to engage into the proper starting position. What I find helpful is keeping a hollow body core. This keeps you integrated as a whole so that your body is moving as a unit when you're going through the muscle up pattern. A rookie mistake that I see is losing that core engagement. You tend to get a little bit sloppier with your form. It becomes less efficient, so you can't produce as much force when your body is not moving in a path that it should be for smooth, successful muscle ups. The 25 kilo defeated me today. I may have lost the battle, but I have not lost the war. I will come back to this muscle up in the future with a little bit of specific practice before my next filming attempt, because we have to respect the law of specificity. You can't expect world-class performance in a muscle up if you don't do muscle ups. I don't usually do them in my regular training. I'm just a basic bro doing my weighted pull-ups, my rows, some front lever stuff, and that was able to give me this level of strength. But if you want to take it to the next level with any exercise that you do, there becomes a point where you have to dedicate yourself to it. Things such as working on the exercise multiple times per week, doing the exercise at the start of a workout. So this would look like me doing muscle ups at least once a week at the beginning of my pull workout and building up that specific proficiency in the technique, the coordination. On social media land, plus 20 might not seem like a lot, but you know, it's about the personal journey. Doing something that you've never done before and just enjoying that relative to your own progress. Comparison is great. I can get motivated by the beasts out there doing 40, 50 kilo muscle ups. I know there's Pierre Cole Fernandez is one of those absolute beasts who's just doing more than double this, but I can be inspired by this, but I will always reflect on my own journey and take gratitude in that progress and the process of becoming what I have today. Calisthenics is for everyone, and you can enjoy it at a level that you're at with your height, your weight, your stature. It's all cool, man. It's so much fun to be able to move your body around in space. Such a great community. Don't look for limitations in what your body can't do. Look for ways to maximize what you've got. Click this video here to learn a complete breakdown of muscle up technique, biomechanics, so that you can learn how to master this exercise and increase your reps.